Welcome everybody to a Ren reaction video to the new song Suicide. Am I gonna get deemed for this? Probably, I don't know. I'm too small of a channel to begin with. If you've heard any of Ren's songs before, you know where this is probably gonna go and how far it's gonna go, and it's gonna be a ride. If you haven't heard of any Ren songs somehow yet and you got here to my channel, I highly recommend you don't play this yet. Go listen to a bunch of other songs. Start with High Ren, which a lot of people have because that's his biggest song right now. And next one I would go with is the song Depression. At least listen to those two, then come back to this. I kind of feel like this is gonna be a very heavy song. It makes you click. I do wish to proceed. I don't think I've ever seen any YouTube video have me click on that. I have seen like where you gotta like verify. This might be a newer thing with YouTube's doing, I don't know. But nonetheless, when I was getting the video set up, I did hear the guitar, and it's already as much as this picture is eerie, which is gonna be part of this song, of course, the title. Recently he did talk or post on his YouTube channel about his best friend growing up who passed away in this fashion, in this way, and sad story, of course. I'm sure you can find it. I don't want to misinterpret anything that happened, so we're gonna continue on and let's see how this song goes. I already feel like I'm gonna cry. AI video.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Man, he's walking around and looking for a right spot to commit suicide, but he never finds the right spot. He's gonna keep going until something is resolved here. So let's listen on.
I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber.
My skin felt counterfeit, silicone, fake. Didn't feel like himself. A lot of people can fall into this sense of just not being who you want to be, where you are, and a lot of it has to do with, well, for me, I'll say, with my parents, love them, great people, wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. I felt held back from being myself because my parents were a certain way of, I can't wear this because it means that, I can't do that because it means that. I couldn't wear purple. They didn't want me to wear earrings. At a young age, I feel like that was fine, that's fair, but as I got older, even tattoos, not happy with it, but they're okay with it now, but growing up it was a whole thing. So let's continue. Rewind it a little bit.
Sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy.
Oh man. Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy. I don't know where this is gonna go so far. I'm just hoping it kind of flips somehow into a happy way, because when they found out about the tick, his tick bite, right? I feel things got, in a sense, better. Like they finally figured out what was going on, and I don't know. Just gonna keep going. I didn't expect to see sick boy just getting thrown in there.
I feel like it's not me. Boy, bitten by a tech boy. I feel like it's not me. It's the world that's sick.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armor.
Draw the sword and draw through the armor? Is what I believe I heard. So in other words, commit the song title.
Oh, I, falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, I, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
The video is just memorizing to watch as well.
Suicide, suicide, suicide.
It's hard to catch the bars with a nice video. Don't do this, man. Come on.
It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess
I'll join you in creating the ocean, because I've cried my fair bit. To say you cried an ocean is, it tells people who you are and how much you've been, I say.
ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly.
And I need to rehear that again, because right here he's talking about his friend, which I believe his name was Joe, and it's where he got the inspiration to name his album Freckled Angels. So let's go back. I tried to cut away my bitterness, right?
My bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap.
Okay, I need to pause it because it's making me tear up. So back to the trunk part, talking about just dropping his youth in the back of the truck. When something like that happens when you are young, you do just And it can go for a lot of things that happen in someone's life that is tragic. You just, I've, you just don't have a childhood anymore. You feel confused, lost, and you just grow up at that point because you just know how cruel things can be. Naming all their lads, as he says. So, going back a little
We're
bit.
indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is that the day you jump, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man.
Look, one bar really got me right now. And I can fall into this as well, where he said, the distance he's built between people, his friends, as this plastic cast, like when you break something, that's how you heal it. And he's been healing for a long time. If he's keeping away, and he's telling himself it's time to rip the cast off. And yeah, can relate. Let's go.
Day you jump, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running.
Didn't I go back? Sorry. I thought I went back, so it threw me off.
Lads, I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is that the day you jump, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Music by Ren. Yeah. Guess we're all building Notion today, right? If anybody you know, needs help, help them out, help yourself out. Call the number out for the suicide hotline. Reach out to your families. Listen to each other. Break that plastic cast, because we all need to. I need to. It's not an easy world, but it's our world, right? So we need to preserve each other, love each other, care for each other.